Brian Hour, aka TBH, aka TB Hour. I am your co-host, Beard, aka Brian, aka Prince, aka Prince Vegeta. Without the hating. I'm passing to my boy, my brethren, man's an MTTL. You want to say something to the people?
What up, though? Is your co-host TTL, aka Tyler the Libra, aka Libra Hendricks in the building. We are gathered to you today on when this podcast is being recorded, May 15th. Is today the 15th or the 16th?
16.
May 16th, 2023. We'd like to wish everybody this latest Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the Earths out there. Every one of our friends that is mothers or soon-to-be's. I know a couple soon-to-be's. I know a couple vets, so we just want to give a shout out to y'all. And definitely Mama Dukes from Be Her's family to my mamas. So we definitely want to give a shout out to them, and we love you guys. We appreciate you every single day. And, you know, your little boys ain't shit. I mean, but we definitely getting there. We definitely getting there. So just keep believing in us, and we love you dearly. That's how I want to start off. And ladies and gentlemen, we got a good podcast for you going on. Happy Tuesday. Gotta love TBH Tuesdays, man. And let's get into it.
Yeah. Just I didn't realize how many people that I knew were mothers or like about to be mothers, and then like there was unfortunately some homegirls of mine that kind of had like whether they lost a baby or whatever have you. So that was the one where I like didn't know how to approach it. I didn't know whether to say like Happy Mother's Day or like because I didn't want to trigger nobody or like have them go through something mentally. But yeah, so shout out to all the moms. I was thinking like when I was seeing all the homegirls, I was like, damn. And then like I even like I even threw some money to a friend's way, and she was like, damn, this is the only gift I got, basically type shit. But I think that was also because her kids are relatively young, and I don't know, once she said that, it's just like you kind of like, it ain't much, but I'd rather do something than nothing.
Yeah, definitely.
How was your weekend?
It wasn't too bad. As far as I really just laid. I didn't lay too low, but I was out. I was at some baseball games. I was chilling with the folks, chilling with some friends, and I don't know. I don't know if it's the weather, but I think I just want to be out a little bit more as far as like just like some bullshit, like as far as just going to some games or whatever and doing some walks or, you know, just pretty much going down to Grays Lake or whatever the case may be and just doing just some cruise around stuff. I don't know what's in me. I don't know if it's a simple fact that because I spent all of last summer just basically just in therapy. And then this summer I'm still going to be in therapy, but like I'm a little bit more, you know, in tuned and out and about. So that's what I think that's what's coming over me right now. And I'm just getting over this cough. So, you know, this sickness is 1,000% over, hopefully. And it was all right. It was all right. It wasn't.
Oh, you done?
What about you? Well, yeah, I'm done, nigga.
I didn't hear it. It just cut off after I.
Oh my bad. I'm sorry, people. But yeah, I had a little chill little weekend. It was all good though.
Mine was eventful to say the least. Mother's Day at the restaurant is literally like if it's not Mother's Day, it's Father's Day. Like those are the two busiest days of the fucking year because everybody and their mama want to celebrate, and so that's like always a super stressful ass day. Had to deal with some things. Went out a few times. Went out to eat with Caleb. So shout out to Kay. and then had to do some things. And also, my cousin got married this weekend, so shout out to her. So I was kind of hearing it from. So I was kind of hearing it from the family of like not being there, but it's also like kind of can't take off the busiest day in the week for my job. On top of that, like I already took off like the holiday coming up, so I could go in May to the wedding down in Kansas City to my homies. So shout out to my friend. It was just a lot of shit going on as far as just draining stuff, and then just work. Work was super crazy. Just kind of need a break with these last couple of days of work. And it was funny too, because like my grandma and my dad ended up going, and my mom and I stayed. And like, not saying that I'm glad that my grandma and my dad almost died because there was a police chase and all this stuff, but just to hear the liveliness in my grandmother's voice again, and like she was telling me the story of like what happened, because like my dad was leaving as soon as I got there, and she was just so like adamant. She was like doing all the gestures and showing me the directions, like we was over here and then the car went to the right, then we went to the left, thinking that we would never see that car again because they obviously getting chased. But then they double back, came around, and then they hit the car and the car spun out. That could have been us. And she said they got out the car. She over here doing the guns, like the police and shit. Like it felt good. Granted, I'm not saying it feels good that like my grandma and my dad's life is on the line. I'm not trying to get at that. What I'm trying to say is, just prior to this weekend, I was telling my grandma that like, yo, you need to like, you ain't got no hobbies. You just like she kind of said like she got a couple hobbies, but she really don't, and she just be in the crib chilling. I'm like, damn, you gotta live a little, grandma. Like the whole point of retirement is to live your life. So I don't want you to just be here cooped up in the house all day. And she yeah, so she had an entertaining time, and I guess it was like super hail. It was like real bad because I'm gonna say that's east of here. There's like a couple hours east, so the fact that they was able to go out there, and I guess the weather was real bad. It like hailed super bad, and like I guess there was like a tornado or some shit in the area. Yep. Some areas were hit, and then some areas weren't hit, because actually my restaurant job was affected because one of the restaurants in the town or around the town got hit, and like their outlets were smoking, and they had to deal with all that shit. It was really a crazy Mother's Day weekend for your boy. Definitely one I'll never forget in a long time. Luckily, my mom and my grandma, the two most important women in my life, they didn't really want a whole lot. They just wanted cards, which I was cool with because I could just get gift cards. That's easy. And then especially how the world is now, you could get gift cards online. So all I gotta do is enter the codes. That's all they cared about, because like my grandma would be playing her games on her iPad. So I just got to enter the code on that. And then my mom be using iTunes to buy songs and albums. So I just had to enter my card on that. So.
But she still be using iTunes too?
Well, she likes having the songs.
She don't got Apple Music?
No. She likes actually having the songs because she doesn't listen to everything. Also, she's just like, she's a fan of certain artists, so it's not like she's listened to everybody. So she just wants to show her support. So I was like, can't do shit about that. But she be buying movies too. So I think she buys movies and stuff too. It's not just music.
Gotcha.
What did you get your mom?
I ended up getting my mama $150 as a cordless vacuum. You know, the shit that you be getting. She be on Amazon all day long, just send me some bullshit too. Like, when I saw the cordless vacuum, I looked at that bitch sideways. I looked at that up front. And the first thing in my mind was, that's not picking up shit. Like, it literally looks like one of them. You ever had one of them? I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it's not vacuum, but it's like one of them like things where like you rub across the floor and it's supposed to pick up shit, like lint and shit. Mm-hmm. It's like one of those. It's like one of the, like, it definitely looked like that. The bitch looked like a Swiffer wet jet. And I was looking at the shit. I was like, is this really all you want? Like, besides the watch, I was like, the watch is gonna have to come another day. My mama asked me, for those of you tuning in, my mama asked me for like a $550 watch. Mind you, granted, that's my earth. You know, she birthed me. But you know, has has a young adult, and her has the mom, and me with my own income. I had to tell her no. Like, no, I had to tell her no right like not at this moment. It's gonna come. It's gonna come probably in like the next couple weeks or so, because I gotta take care of some shit with this paper. I gotta take care of some shit with this check. I gotta buy a couple things, but yeah, I told her that's gonna be on the wait list. But other than that, I was like, "Is this all you want?" She was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Fuck it, all right, cool." So like that came, I want to say yesterday. I ran home after work because like I got the notification that it was there. So I ran. I really, literally, probably did 80 going towards north side to make sure that it was in a safe place, to make sure it wouldn't get snagged up, because I don't know niggas around our block. So that was nice. That was, I don't know about you, but like it's kind of like, you know how like you get that feeling in Christmas, like how you would always get your gift and like your mom and dad be like proud and like and shit like that, and just excited to see you open it. That's kind of how I feel like every birthday for her and every Mother's Day, and it's pretty cool to see like that sort of sensation be reversed around. It was definitely, because like I definitely see the genuine happiness on her face. Like when I gave her like just a couple $100, and I want to see the genuine face, because I told her don't open it yet. Because I told her don't open it, wait until after work tomorrow. And so she just so happened to be at home today, and I saw her open it. It was pretty cool. It was definitely one of those things where like I didn't give a fuck about nothing else that was going on in the day, because like as hard as this day was, it was busy as fuck. That one moment was definitely one that like it was just like I didn't care about how tired I was. I just wanted to see her open that gift. So
yeah, that's beautiful and all, but I'm still stuck. You gave her 3 gifts on Mother's Day?
What?
You give her 3 gifts on Mother's Day usually?
Well, nigga, her birthday was 2 weeks ago. Her birthday is the 25th of April. So like,
so that's what. Oh, really so you just kind of like make them like one in a way.
It's damn near. Now, how I do it, I used to do it like I guess I still kind of do. I do it in like part twos. Like I was like, okay, I'm gonna give her a grand total like 6 gifts. So I gave her like 3 gifts for her actual birthday, and then like these 3 on Mother's Day.
Dang.
I paid. Listen. When I tell you this, listen, because I gave her money too, on for her birthday. I gave her like, I want to say like $350 just to go do whatever. You feel me? I gave her that money. I literally paid my rent to her.
That's crazy.
Within a 2-week span. Nigga, my rent come out next paycheck. Like next paycheck. That's crazy as hell. But I mean, it's things like that you do to where it's not even in question. You know, like it's not even. I don't even really think about it. You know, because fuck, where would I be without her? You feel me? So I just saw some crazy shit. But yeah.
I guess before anyone crucify me out there, like you only give your mom 1 gift, that's because I'm getting my grandma something too. Like it's not like I'm getting my grandma something and I'm getting my mom something. And then if I had like a girl or a baby mama, of course I would get her something. That's 3 women. Like I don't know how y'all niggas living. If y'all niggas got the blueprint to be balling on like a budget, then fill me in. But I can't be giving everybody everything. And on top of that too, like the summer and the fall are really, I guess fall / winter, mainly winter, are bad times for me because of the timing. Like so summer's bad because it's like it's Mother's Day, then my mom's birthday, then Father's Day. So that's 3 straight. And then like when I associate with certain niggas, there was also birthdays in there too that like also would be a factor. But niggas ain't checking on me, I ain't checking on them. Fuck it. But so that summer would always hit me kind of hard, like around that time of Mother's Day, then my mom's birthday, then Father's Day, like bam, bam, bam. Because obviously I had my grandpa, I got him something too, and then I have my like mom, grandma, so I would get them something too. And then like for the fall, it'd go my birthday, but obviously my birthday, like I'm not gonna buy myself something. So my birthday, and then it'd be my dad's birthday. No, it'd be my grandma or grandpa's birthday, then my dad's birthday, then Thanksgiving, or Thanksgiving's before all that, and then those birthdays, and then Christmas. Like, so there's certain parts in the summer where I mean, the year where I'm always kind of hurting, and this is just part 1 of that. So that's why I'd be like, y'all niggas, I'll get one thing. What you want? They get what they want. So whatever they ask for something, and they price a little high. They get what they want. I'll just put it like that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's like, it's almost like putting them on layaway. Like, it's almost like it's like for me, like this was the first time I actually had to tell my mama that gift is coming like later on in the day. Like, this is definitely on layaway. So.
Speaking of layaway, this nigga gonna be laying away for a while. What?
Oh.
Nigga, what the fuck?
Oh.
Ja Morant was on a story that wasn't his story. That was a screen grab of the story. So I don't even know if it was a close friends. Basically, Ja Morant was on another IG live, and I think he was driving, listening to NBA YoungBoy with his friend recording him, and for some reason Ja decided to show, I want to say it's the same gun too, but I didn't look at it that long, but Ja decided to show the gun off on the IG story. Of course, everybody knows that's Ja Morant. Of course, NBA got wind of it, and I think that the Memphis Grizzlies suspended him through all team activities. Not to mention Ja Morant didn't play because of that long suspension in the middle of the season, like 2 or 3 months ago. And by not playing and not making an all NBA team, which I think he very well could have if he had played those games and played well, especially with Memphis being the 2 seed, he could have got, I think, like $38 million. So he missed out on that. Obviously, he's booted early because the Los Angeles Lakers beat the Memphis Grizzlies in the first round. And he's on IG. He's on IG flexing the gun again. And I know what everybody's saying. Was it a stupid thing to do? Yes, absolutely. But I kind of have a different stance than I did last time. I kind of don't remember what I said last time, but how I'm feeling about it currently is everybody and their mama is convinced that Ja's not a thug, right? Everybody and their mama's convinced that Ja's not a gangster. He's not about this life. He's the multi-millionaire, got his family out the hood, got all these good situations. He is in Memphis, so Memphis could get dangerous. I mean, if Young Dolph would get killed in Memphis, anything can happen to anyone. So I could see why you wouldn't have the tool on him, but it's like you don't need to because you can hire people to do all this stuff. I hear you. But my only gripe with this situation is you only need a motherfucker to show you who they are so many times. Like, this might be Ja. Everybody says this is an identity issue. He wants to be this lifestyle that he's not really about. But how we know that? We don't know these niggas. That's the thing I hate kind of about the social media era and like how they always kind of perceive people, because the media wants to perceive that Ja's this good person, these upstanding citizens and stuff like that. We don't know these basketball players. Like, I get you want them to be role models, and I understand it. It makes sense because everybody want to play basketball, everybody want to play a sport when they're younger, so I get it. You want people to be role models, but at the same time, if you look at all these role models, they have a vice, they have a tool, they have something that kind of makes them that, you know, you don't really want your kid to model after. So at some point in time, you have to distinguish when you're going to be a parent and when you're going to be a fan of a player. And if a player is doing some wild shit, when is it okay to cut that off? Because for this is just off the top of my head, Dennis Rodman would have to get his freak on somewhere. He would have to physically leave the basketball court and the training facilities to get a 48-hour grace period of fucking wilding out.
They got that nigga 48 hours.
But hold on. And then fucking Karl Malone is a sick fuck who impregnated like a 12 or 13-year-old, and that nigga was just on the All-Star Weekend panel with the dunk contest, and LeBron was close to beating the record, so he was I think Karl Malone's the third highest scorer of all time, and he was buddy with LeBron in the picture, and that's the nigga y'all want to highlight. AI didn't give a single fuck. AI did whatever the fuck he wanted to. Kobe had the allegation about him. Gilbert Arenas brought a gun to the arena because a nigga said he was gonna do something, and it was his teammate. And he said, "I bet." He brought it. He got it through security, got it through his bag, and walked in the locker room just to showcase the nigga. That's why Gilbert Arenas was never in the league again. It's like, I say all that to say, not that I agree with what Ja did. I think he should just stop recording it. But what I'm trying to say and what I'm trying to get at is all these people. Oh, Michael fucking Jordan. He thought he retired because he just wanted to walk away from the game. No, the nigga had a bad gambling problem. He had to really get his shit together, and he decided to play baseball at the same time. But he was an alcoholic and he was a gambler. Like, I say all this to say that, like, all these people that you claim that you want to be role models for your kids, I can understand a world where they do good in the community. They are exceptionally talented and craftsmen and great at what they do. But at the same time, they're not role models. They're just niggas that play basketball. And on top of that, I mean, you can look at LeBron. There's outliers. Let me not say that because I don't want to go all the way on the deep end. But what I'm trying to say is just like, it's like niggas look at John Morant. I think what it is, and this is my theory and my conspiracy theory, so I'm putting my tinfoil hat on. I think what it is the NBA really, really wanted Ja to be the face of the league, and he keeps constantly fucking with them to not be the face of the league because he technically never did anything wrong. He's flashing a gun on Instagram Live that if a nigga... This is 2 times he got caught. Imagine how many times he actually did it if niggas just recorded. I don't know why niggas keep going live, but maybe they shouldn't just record shit. Who knows how Ja is? And I can say the same for every single NBA player in the fucking world. Who knows how these niggas are when they're not being recorded? Because hell, bro, I saw something yesterday, ironically, about groupies in the NBA. It said like, Wilt Chamberlain said he had sex with 20,000 girls and he started having sex at 5. It's like, all right, this nigga's a wild nigga. And then Magic Johnson, you know the story with him. He was a freak. He was saying something about he fucked some girl in some office right next to, like, it was office hours. Like the niggas was working in the other room. And then he fucked some girl in the elevator, which I'm not even sure how that's possible.
This nigga was evil as hell. You know how horny you gotta be to be fucking where your church is.
Like,
that is crazy.
Like, and that's what I'm saying is like all these niggas have some wild ass stories and was wild ass niggas, and then y'all niggas want to look at like Ja to be a saint. But I think it was stupid. I think he shouldn't record it and all this stuff. Back to my conspiracy theory. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place. Scattered brain. But my conspiracy theory is that the NBA wants an American superstar player because this is kind of the first year that we really haven't had it. Granted, I can't go all the way back because I'm not that old. But You know, the NBA had Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. That was really clearly the 1 and 2 faces of the league at one point in time. Like the main faces, like the superstar people. I'm not saying there ain't good players all around, but I'm saying the ones you could present the NBA to, and this is like your leader, quote unquote. And then, you know, those two pass it off to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan passed it off to Kobe. Kobe passed it to LeBron. And now we're in an era where there's not the American face of the league, because if you look at it, like if Giannis is the best player in the world, he's not American. If Jokic is the best player in the world, he's not American. If Luka is the best player in the world, he's not American. And B's not American. Like the international game is getting better, and superstars. If shit, Victor Wembanyama is about to be the first round pick, and he's gonna go to the San Antonio Spurs, and they don't have no fucking body. So we're about to get another international superstar that could really take over this league. Like once LeBron,
Pottery ain't shit, by the way. But go on.
Like once LeBron and Curry retire, and KD and all these current American superstars, it might be an international game. So I think the NBA really wanted Ja to be that person, because he's personable, he dances, he built Memphis up to where they're actually a contender. There's always this like second or third seed. I mean, they can't really get out the first round, but they're always kind of in the picture now, and they have a style, they have their own personality. It was all cool until he started doing the shit with the guns, and now it's like they don't want to market that, so they're kind of in like a frenzy. They don't really know what to do. And I just feel like that's why they're, if anything, if they're going to strike down super hard on Ja, is going to be because that they want that face of the league. But also, I heard that was Memphis that suspended him. It wasn't the NBA. The commissioner, forgetting the nigga's name right now, drawing a blank. That's what I wanted to say, but I was David Stern. I was seeing the old guy, like I was seeing the guy before, and I was like, that don't sound right. But yeah, Adam Silver, I guess the rule says in his opinion. So if that nigga is pissed off that Ja's doing all this wild and goofy shit, especially because he has the chance to basically be like, I don't think it's a CEO, but some high ass position in Disney, and he wants to showcase to Disney that, hey, the NBA is friendly, super friendly. And then you got Ja showing the gun on IG. He might give Ja the band hammer just so he could get that job to Disney. But I
cook for real.
I ranted long enough. What are your thoughts and opinions on this? Ja doing this the second time?
I was listening to this radio station. I listen to every morning when on my way to work, and they were talking about the situation, and they're talking about if Ja were to get suspended, he should sue the NBA. And my first thought about it, what I think about the shit is completely, I don't go into, like, my thoughts about it is pretty straightforward. My thing is everybody has a choice. Everybody has a mind of their own. Everybody has to deal with the shit that they gotta deal with in every single choice that they make. Ja is the one that's on IG Live with these guns. He's the one that niggas keep putting on camera. He's the one that keeps bumping NBA YoungBoy. He's the one that has all this influence around his niggas. And he's the one that has these people around him to the point where it seems like they're always getting him into some shit. So when you have those people around you and you're doing all these things, you know, these decisions, these things that you make up for yourself is what you gotta live with. So with my point being is, nigga did this on himself, you know? So like, there's nothing more that he could do that would surprise me now, or there's no more trouble that he could really get into that would surprise me. but for him, but if he were to actually sue the NBA, I wouldn't pay no mind, really, honestly. It's one of those things like, why would you do that? And that's one of my situations with it. Now, personally, when I think about it,
Wait, how can he? What is he suing the NBA for though? I'm so confused.
I don't know. I turned it off because I didn't want to hear no more of the shit. But like, they were getting into this thing where like he didn't do anything wrong legally. He didn't do anything wrong. There's nothing in the law book that says you can't have a gun on camera. But the thing about it is like you're representing the NBA. You're representing the people around you. You're representing your friends, your family. Everybody looks up to you. Everybody gets the job Memphis Grizzlies jerseys. Everybody gets the shoes. You have this brand around you, and you're building yourself up to be an influence not only on the basketball court but off. So like, why would you do anything? Why would you do something to jeopardize all of that? Why would you take all of that bread away from you? And I think that's the rebuttal that one of the dudes was getting at on the thing. And honestly, I see it personally as, yes, he didn't do anything. Yes, it's not illegal, but at the same time, it's like what, like, bro, like, what are you doing? Like nigga is literally losing losing endorsements. Like we could be on this podcast right now and he can lose something else. Like right when we're talking. And it's sad, it's crazy as fuck to see. But at the same time, man, it's like, we're CEOs of our own life. We accommodate to ourselves. And the shit that we bring out into this world, we also got to deal with, as far whether it be consequential or whether it be any type of success to us. Either or, we definitely got to deal with it ourselves. So I honestly can't wait for this suspension because like I feel like it's definitely gonna be heavy, man. And hopefully he can get his shit straight, man, because I'm tired of seeing this nigga, honestly. Tired of seeing him into some bullshit. Because I love him as a player. I think he's a great basketball player, and I think he's a talented young individual. So I hope that he gets his life straightened out or whatever the case may be. And go somewhere where you're actually going to de-learn some shit. Because the fact that they had this nigga in some type of facility for, what was it, like about a week or so? He missed 8 games. And yeah, he was only in there for like a week. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, that's not enough time to unlearn any type of trauma or whatever that he's dealing with. I know that for a fact. So yeah, I just hope that he gets the help that he needs and takes the time off for himself, for his friends, for his family, and hopefully gets on the right track and just hoops. Nigga, just hoop. Put the guns away. Just hoop. I don't want to see no more lie. Just hoop, bro. Like that's all he better be doing from this point on out. That's all I care about, bro.
But at the same time, we do not know this nigga. This could be him. Like niggas keep trying to say like he needs to be a role model in this and the third. That could just be him, bro. Not everybody could be LeBron. Not everybody could be Curry. Niggas love J.R. Smith on J.R. Hey, nobody better fucking ever say J.R. Smith's a role model. Let me shout out to J.R. Smith, but come on, nigga, they called him Handyman. Like, what the fuck? Like, yo.
Nigga was not looked at as the face of the NBA, though. He really was just a hood nigga that could just hoop. I feel like J.R. Smith was just a nigga that could just hoop. And he got drafted. He's obviously talented. He's obviously multi-talented.
But you could argue, you could argue that at some point in time, there's always kind of been, yeah, they're not the face of the league, but they are one of the superstars in the league. Like you being a Detroit fan, the Bad Boys were looked at as not the face of the league, but superstars of the league. Like they were literally had a whole moniker. They had different T-shirts and shit like that. They were walking off the court, not even showing sportsmanship. And then another person that you could kind of compare Ja to, two people actually, and I already said one, but AI had that I don't give a fuck attitude. He had the tattoos, he had the sleeve, he had the braids, he was getting his hair braided. He didn't give a fuck, but everybody loved AI. And I mean, he didn't really get in trouble, so that's kind of a outlier, but he still was like not the greatest role model, and he could have easily say that year that the 76ers played the Los Angeles Lakers in the finals, if he won and say his career is altered off the ring and shit like that, like he could have been easily promoted to be that superstar player. And then Gilbert Arenas, Agent Zero, like everybody went crazy when Gilbert Arenas was like hot and he was going crazy, but that nigga was real life crazy. And the crazy thing about, not even the crazy thing, but what the reality of the situation is, Gilbert Arenas still fucking crazy. He be saying some crazy shit on these sports shows and he still talk crazy. That's what I'm saying. It's like sometimes we have to just believe people for who they are. Do I think Ja can change it around? Yeah, I'm sure he can, because I don't even think Ja's that old. Like,
he's like 24, 25, I want to say.
Yeah, he still has plenty of time. And also, like, if you want to suspend him, cool. I understand that. I would just realistically, he's 23 right now. And he'll be 23 till August. I think if anything, just fucking suspend him till Christmas. Like, really suspend him. Fine him so he has to pay all that money. Or maybe go to communities or go to, like, a gun control center. I don't fucking know. If y'all really want to make an example of him. But I just feel like, I feel weird because he could still be doing that now. It's just he got caught twice. And I'm sure there's niggas that hunt. I'm sure there's niggas that's wild in the NBA. It's the NBA. Like, literally, I just watched a video yesterday by chance about groupies, and supposedly all these niggas be fucking, and they, like, one nigga got hit with a stick. He brought two shorties home, and they stole, it was some NBA player, I don't remember his name, but they stole like $7,500,000 from him, basically in jewelry from his shit. So, I mean,
you got niggas that be up in strip clubs like it's a regular day. I'm not gonna name no names or person, but yeah. And they're quote unquote one of the top stars in, well, not quote unquote, they are one of the top stars in the league. Oh,
James Harden, yeah. Bro, I almost feel like that's like, you know how the niggas got the hyperbolic time chamber? I feel like that's James Harden's hyperbolic time chamber. And the fact that he might go back to Houston, he might go back to Houston with Ime and Udoka. He might be in there with Udoka. Like, them niggas could go crazy. That's a 1-2 tandem. Like, it's just like, for everybody that's a superstar and this image, the face of the league, you got a wild boy, and I feel like Ja is just that. I mean, and even if this is where, like, you could say that, like, I have my Ja cape on for that first part. This is where I kind of take it off, because it's like, at the end of the day, if Ja want to throw his life away, nigga, that's tough. I am a Ja fan. I do like watching him play, but I can't save that nigga from himself. If that's what that nigga want to do, that's sometimes niggas just want to do wild shit, and you just gotta let them. Like, as fans, what are we gonna do? And I can't even say he threw away his career, because for every Ja Morant, there's a nigga that gets hurt and can never play to their full potential. And I get some sentiment that people have of like, oh, you're wasting your career, when like there's niggas out here that would die to be in your position. True. But at the same time, you know, we all grew up in high school. Some of us went to college, and some of us went to the pros. We all know niggas at each and every level where that nigga was like, damn, he's talented as fuck. He's the best one here. And if he got his shit together, he would be cold and he could do anything he could want. But there's always gonna be niggas like this, and I'm so confused as to why people don't think it would happen in the NBA. It happens everywhere. Just life.
Yeah, for sure, but I don't know. It's crazy to see it actually play out because niggas been watching LeBron dominate for the last 20 fucking years. Niggas been watching niggas like Kobe, LeBron, Shaq, fucking European niggas, Dirk, Tim Duncan, all these greats, all these all-time greats. And then we're starting to get into the Jaws, and then, the Trey Youngs or whatever, if you even want to, get into that. Like, it's just a different day and age, bro. New niggas.
Cause like, my thing is like, well, actually, we could kind of get off the job topic, but shout out to my nigga job. One time. Shout out my nigga job. But do you feel like the music is disinfluence? Like influential?
Yeah, wholeheartedly.
Why though?
Music is influential to, especially a certain genre of music. There's certain genres of music that is influential to everyday life, that's influential to everyday life in sports. Like, you get niggas that grew up on Gucci, Birdman, all that, Young Thug.
You grew up on Birdman, you're like, fuck.
What?
I said, if you grew up on Birdman, you're like, fuck.
If you grew up on Birdman, bro, it's damn near lost cause. But I hope you somewhere safe though. If you grew up on Birdman, I hope you're somewhere safe. But yeah, I mean, music, especially rap music, influences so much as far as football and basketball. Not so much baseball, because there's really been a lackluster black talent in baseball. If controversial take, but yeah, man, fucking yeah, I lost my whole train of thought fucking with baseball, but yeah, because because for example, when we would get ready for a game, bro, what the fuck was in the locker room? Niggas was listening to Waka. That, mind you, people, this was a different time. Niggas was listening to Waka. Niggas was listening to Roscoe Dash. All up in the locker room, getting turned off that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I get music is influential. Like, I get the statement by it. Like, I see why, but it can't be the only influence. Like, that's got to be in you, my nigga. Like, I don't give a fuck how much I can listen to Chief Keith, G Herbo, all the Detroit niggas. I can listen to nothing but drill music for the rest of the week. I'm still not hitting no lick. I ain't hitting no stain. I ain't robbing a nigga. I ain't fighting a nigga. Like, there's gonna be other influences in my life to affect me in those other ways. Now, I can see if you want that type of timing or that type of energy, but
I think that's just more of a moral thing than it is actual, like, going out and doing those certain actions. But
that's what I'm saying. So when they say influence, what do they mean? Do they mean that it changes your morals, or they just mean that like I don't know.
I think I look at it as more of like a mental aspect thing. Because those crimes that you just listed, those, I feel like those are more obviously those are physical and spiritual, I guess. But yeah, I figure that's just like I figure that's just like a mentality or a mental type of aspect to have to be able to actually go out and do those things without having no influence from music that you listen to. Like if you grew up in that type of environment and you seen that shit play out in front of you, then that's obviously that's obviously what you're going to be. So as far as that goes, no, I've never had music like that as far as that would take me into that realm. But at the same time, I'm not thinking about that anyway. So I don't know.
I just hate it because it's like if a nigga listen to classical music, does it change? Does it fucking matter? Like, you still probably gonna call him a thug? You're still gonna call him a criminal? You're gonna call him all these things if you already have that image and that shape in your mind of what you think Ja is. So,
big old weirdo.
It's just like, nigga, me personally, I'm not trying to hear that shit because I just feel like nobody's that dumb. Like, nobody's off the strength of like, oh, I ain't never had a gun in a day in my life, but as soon as I listen to Chief Keef, I got a gun. Like, it's like, nigga, if you was gonna get a gun, you was gonna get a gun anyway. Like, what are we talking about? If anything, I'm not gonna say the music. If you want to say Ja's homies, because Kendrick Lamar literally has the perfect line. It's like, I'm not a smoker or a drinker, but shit, I'm with the homies. And it's like, you don't really do a lot of the bullshit that you do with your homies, because like a lot of shit be social. So if you with the homies and the homies got the guns, toting, all that shit, dancing, all that shit, having a good time, drinking, that nigga, the way Ja Morant drinks Casamigos is crazy. But if it's like niggas move on that type of timing, then it's like, yeah, you're gonna be that. I'd say his friends are more of an influence than anybody else, but I mean, he's also the one that could control all that shit. Like, he got the money, bro.
He can stop the bread right then and there.
Yeah, it's like, nigga, I'm not supporting y'all buying these guns. The niggas can't get guns. I'm not saying niggas ain't got their own bread, but
like if you got like if you got a nigga that's pointing an IG and like an IG live in front of your face every time. I know you. Me personally, I'd be sick of the shit. Be like, look at my boy. Look at T, bro. Look at T wilding, bro. Look. Yeah, I was. Yeah, the money got stopped there because I'm not about to have that. I'm not about to have my life documented like that, especially on IG Live.
Yeah, I don't even like being put in niggas' stories, especially when they put it on your face. Like, yo, get your fat ass out of here. Like, nigga telling my exact location. I don't like it. But man, yeah, man. Shout out to Ja, though.
I love me some Ja as a player.
Yeah. And also another nigga. So, like, everybody, when I was kind of having that stance earlier and I was talking to some homies and they were like, oh, so you don't care about Ja's life? It's like, nigga, that nigga never knew I existed. Nothing changes if Ja doesn't play basketball for me. I'm sorry. I love Ja Morant. Even if it was like, oh, what if Ja was on the Celtics? Like, okay, that would suck, but nigga, nothing changes.
This nigga does not know y'all. Like, the dynamic doesn't change. You still gonna be a fan, and he's still gonna be a multi-millionaire player, talented player. So what are we saying here?
Because it's like, we haven't really seen this in a while. I'm trying to think of like the last player that like really fucked up. Because even like Michael Vick, he had a redemption arc. I was gonna say Aaron Hernandez, but yeah, he kind of never mind. Yeah, that wasn't a good one. But I don't know why my brain thought of that. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Speaking of C, yeah, I kind of mentioned it earlier, but the San Antonio Spurs won the lottery, so they more than likely will be getting Victor Wembanyama. I kind of hate it because I definitely didn't want him to go to the Spurs because I just feel like the Spurs play that like fucking Bow Wow like Mike ass soundtrack type of basketball. Basketball is my favorite sport. Like they just give me that vibe. And like, I fuck with Popovich, I really do, but it's just like, nigga, y'all ain't been cool in a minute. Like, that shit look hella boring. Yeah, I mean, y'all got the 5th pick, so how do you feel about that?
That's bullshit, bro. How was I watching? How was I watching these niggas all year long, and we don't get the first pick? We have the worst record.
Just odds, I guess. But
Yeah, just tell me, Be Heard. Tell me, Brian. Like, I want to know. I personally want to know.
It's just odds.
Why us, bro?
It wasn't in the cards. It
wasn't in the cards, huh?
It just goes by odds. Like, it's like the worse you are, the more of a percentage you get. But it's ping pong ball, so I mean, the odds of that happening.
I had to watch this nigga Hayes play point guard up and down the court the entire year. I watched this nigga personally live.
I guess this is the 2023 draft. Sorry, I'm trying to look up the mock drafts. For some reason, I was thinking it's like the 24. But so yeah, Wembanyama, they have him going to the Spurs. Scoot Henderson says Charlotte. That might. Whoa! What the fuck happened with LaMelo? Move him to 2. Yeah, I guess you can move him to the 2 guard.
That nigga can't stay. That nigga can't stay off crutches, bro.
Oh yeah, he is hurt, huh? They said they have you taking Cam Whitmore from Villanova. This nigga like 6'6", 230. What the fuck is Cade? Are y'all pulling like alliance and getting the same nigga?
Cade's a 2.
Cade, they have you getting some 6'6" player from Villanova. Wait, Cade's a 2?
Yeah, he plays 2 art. He damn sure ain't that.
Nigga,
they
said Cade's like 6'7".
But the nigga ain't playing. He ain't playing. That's like small 4. That's like.
Yeah, but they have him listed as a point guard.
What?
They have him listed as a point guard.
Who?
Cade.
That nigga's a 2, bro.
I'm just telling you what ESPN has on this one.
That nigga is a 2. He ain't.
That nigga big as hell. I did not know that. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel bad for like I like it, but I also hate it because it can really like reignite a franchise. Excuse me, sorry. It could really reignite a franchise, as in like what it will do for the San Antonio Spurs, since they kind of haven't really been truly irrelevant since like Duncan retired. But like a team like Detroit that could have used a superstar, hell, Portland could have used Wembanyama. Like Charlotte could have used him too. Like there's a lot of like organizations and teams that probably could have used a superstar to like rebuild their franchise, and some niggas just got a tough end of the stick, I guess.
They talking about trade everybody so we get that so we get that number 1. And I wouldn't be mad at it.
Shit, you ain't gonna have nobody to play with. You still need.
Hey, we trying to win now. So give up picks. Anything that you need to do.
Shit, y'all got a long way to go to get to that point. Speaking of a long way to go, we're one more round away from the NBA Finals, and the Los Angeles Lakers beat the Warriors. Denver Nuggets beat the Suns. Boston Celtics beat the 76ers. And then the Miami Heat beat the New York Knicks. So who do you have going to the finals now with those 4 teams left?
Can I do a bubble rematch? I don't think niggas is mad at the bubble rematch. I don't know. I'm definitely wouldn't be opposed to seeing Lakers versus Heat too. And like I said, like I think
nigga, that's the bubble rematch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, you said 2, as in like you didn't say, like you repeated it twice.
Yeah, I'm stupid as hell. But like, yeah, it was more just a reiteration. But yeah, I wouldn't be too opposed to seeing it. I think 2 of these teams we've seen them one time, and you know it was during, obviously COVID time, so everything was kind of fucked up. But I think these are two completely different teams now, and I think it'd definitely be interesting. I'm still in baseball mode, low key. I ain't gonna lie. I just seen Yankees stupid as hell. I'm gonna put it at that. These niggas can't stop cheating. But yeah, I think it would be nice to see those two. I definitely have those in the finals. If not Lakers and Heat, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm not trying to see Nuggets go to a finals ever in my history of living.
That's an insane hate. I ain't gonna lie. That might be the nastiest hate I've heard.
Hell yeah, it's hate, bro. I just don't think the Nuggets. I never, those one teams that you just never see going or winning it at all ever in like your history of living. Nuggets is one of those teams. Nuggets is definitely one of those teams. Let's see, Mariners is definitely one of those teams, and for football, Texans is definitely one of those teams.
No, I feel like they're one of those teams where like, ooh, that's gonna trigger some people, but fuck it.
Mariners is A-Rod.
But like, I feel like the Nuggets are like the Bills of the basketball league, where it's like them niggas is good, and for some reason in Madden and all the 2K simulation games, they always win, but in real life, they could just never fucking win. Why? I don't know. But I just feel like that's how the Nuggets are, like with Jokic and how he's a 2-time MVP and they got a great roster and a great bench and all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, them niggas cold. Yep. Should they win a championship? Yep, on paper. And then just never win. So it's going to be weird to actually see them like, damn, them niggas actually got there.
Are the Sixers the Cowboys, bro?
No, because no one really ever looks at the Sixers like they're like they look at them like they could be a contender, but they're not. Like no one really believes that they should be a winner, if that makes sense. Like the Cowboys kind of like they believe they could win every year, but they're just realistically not contenders. Like
the niggas ain't, yeah.
But I got the Celtics. I'm rolling. Like I ain't gonna lie, they've been kind of stressing me out and struggling these last two series, but they battled through and they persevered when they needed to. And I feel like momentum is a hell of a thing. So Jason Tatum having the best performance in the playoffs he's ever had, I think we could be able to carry the momentum. I don't
y'all love themselves. I know that.
What?
Y'all love draining yourselves. Why y'all love draining yourselves? Y'all damn near play every single game 7.
Well, I just think it's just we're not a consistent like shooting team. Like we don't, outside of like if Jaylen Brown's having an off game or Jason Tatum's having an off game, it's going to be hard for us to get going because we just don't have those shooters. And like we're definitely a two-way team, which is a good thing. And I think that's always why we're always in the Eastern Conference Finals. But with being a good two-way team, if you're struggling on offense, like that doesn't help your defense at all. So I just feel like we need to make our shots and then play defense because this is a weaker Heat team than the one we played last year. But Jimmy Butler's playing phenomenal, and then Bam's playing pretty good, and then Lowry's playing pretty good. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. My only fear with the Celtics going is I don't want them to lose because I'd hate to lose to the Los Angeles Lakers because that would be the battle for 18. That's the matchup I want to see the most out of all 4 teams. And I don't want to lose to the Nuggets just because I feel like Jaylen Brown's a little unhappy in Boston. I don't know. I could see us signing him to a max contract, but I can realistically only see that if we win the championship. And I think we have one of the best shots. And I feel like it'll be really, really fucking disappointing if we don't get at least one ring with that duo. Like, that's such a great duo that we need to get at least one ring. And I know how hard it is in the NBA to get multiple rings. And I feel like we can do it. I know we can. It's just a matter of, like, kind of what you said. Like, we just love training ourselves. Like, we can't play with our food. Like, we got to go in there, take care of the Heat, hopefully If it's the Nuggets, if it's the Lakers, them niggas go to 6 to 7. We get out 4 and 5. I'm happy because we need all the rest we could get because we both literally both rounds we've been the last team to clinch. So we gotta stop doing that too. But yeah, I want to see that. Also, Doc Rivers got fired, but nigga.
Oh yeah, Doc Rivers got released by 76ers earlier today. I was gonna tell you about that. Do you want to touch on that? How do you feel about that? That's your former boy now.
Or is it Migos? Fuck that nigga. Because at this point, it's like, yo, Doc. Like, I'm not saying he's not a good coach, but yeah,
you can't say fuck him.
Yeah, I can. Why not? But
y'all wouldn't have a couple of rings if it wasn't for him.
But we only have one ring with that nigga, and even if that's the case, I don't think that's true. Because that was literally the point. You literally just made my point. Because everywhere else he went, you could argue he had a healthier, better team. He had Jokic, or not Jokic. He had Embiid. He had Harden. Like, he had some good Sixers teams that didn't go nowhere. He had Lob City. He had Lob City when he had Lob City. They were good too. Like, he had some opportunities and teams. He just can't do nothing else after that. So I'm not gonna sit here and say he was the reason we won the championship.
Boston?
Huh?
That's what it sounded like to me.
How the fuck? How did you get that?
It's the only place where he really had substantial success.
But that's what I'm saying. That if anything, that's on Boston more than him, because he's had good teams. He's yet to have a bad team.
So y'all shouldn't have let him go.
How the fuck are you getting that out of what I'm saying? That's what I'm confused about. I'm saying it's that nigga. You saying we shouldn't have let him go. No, that nigga's wrong. We're still in the Eastern Conference Finals. We're doing everything we're supposed to. Yeah, we got another coach and we're still in the Eastern Conference Finals.
About to get bounced.
All right. I think Doc Rivers will get another job. I don't know where.
You need to come on over.
Yeah, y'all be the type of niggas that hire him. But
he needs to just come on over.
I think
then we get Dre. Man,
nigga trying to build a 2K team real bad. I think it is very scary though that Monty Williams was also let go by the Phoenix Suns. Like, all these great coaches are getting basically fired. Like, the last 3 out of the 4 coach of the years have been fired within like the last 2 years. So it's like, damn, if the coach of the year can't even make the round,
you almost don't even want the title, nigga.
Yeah. Because it's like if you don't win a championship, you're useless. So I'm kind of curious to see what coaches will go where, or like what moves will be made. Because let me ask you this about the whole Doc Rivers and fucking. Do you feel like?
I feel like
the 76ers should blow it up?
See, that's the thing. I don't think they should blow it up because they still got Embiid. They still got Tobias Harris still there.
Like I said, Tobias Harris. Oh my, yeah.
Tobias, he's solid. Don't do that.
Nigga, I'm about to send you that fucking Jimmy Butler meme. Tobias Harris over me?
Harris over me?
Like,
he really meant that, by the way.
Of course he did.
Nigga said that with conviction. But yeah, I just think they need somebody outside Harden that can shoot. Like, I just don't. I don't even know who they can really get.
I think I think they need to blow it up, man. I ain't gonna lie. I think the process is over. I think Harden's gonna go to Houston. Now, what you do with Embiid, I really don't know. That's what I'm trying to wrap my head around. I don't know, because it's like, he does get hurt. He was hurt for the first 2 years of his career. He just came off an MVP season. I don't see Philly as the hot commodity. I see like the Knicks being one. I see Milwaukee being one. I see maybe even Boston being one. Like, I see free agents wanting to go to other teams rather than the 76ers. I mean, maybe the 76ers could get like a Paul George or Kawhi Leonard, but fuck, you'll still be in the same position you kind of was with James Harden. Like, where it's like, this team looks great on paper, but can you niggas play 82 games? And then on top of that, can y'all play 20, 30 more? I mean, I just don't know. I think if Philly's smart,
Paul George can't be with nobody else. Paul George can't. He can't be on a team by himself, bro. He gotta have somebody finding for him.
Yeah, I don't know.
That nigga gotta be a number 2, bro. So unless you getting somebody for him, then I just don't see him. I just don't see that happening. I don't know, man, because I still believe in the process. I still trust the process. It's just the process. The process needs some rearranging. No, I ain't gonna lie. So I don't think Philly was really the best fit for Harden anyway. When he first got, because mind you, he got there coming off a trade.
I just don't think he's I don't think he's the number 2 option anymore because he is getting older. I feel like he's a great number 3, and I feel like 3 is perfect for him. But
yeah, it might be time to get on down the road, but we'll see. We shall see. We'll definitely shall see.
I think Houston Harden's back, and I'm curious to see how that's gonna go, and that should be very, very interesting.
That nigga gonna be grandpa again if you go back to Houston.
So I saw this title on this YouTube video.
But anyway,
I saw this title on this YouTube video, and I guess this could be our last topic too. Just give you some quick hitters. Now I'm guessing, since I didn't get to watch the video, maybe I'll go watch the video after this podcast, but I'm guessing they mean superstars and only in the WWE. And I'm talking everything, the full package. And only the WWE run. So Perk Angle, like, I think Perk Angle is better than Kurt Angle, and I think Matt Hardy. Hold on, let me land. I think Matt Hardy delete TNA run is better than anything Matt Hardy did in the WWE. So I'm only talking from the WWE standpoint.
Whoa, hold on. I'm gonna throw the side one in there.
Hold on. Let me land.
All right.
Is Edge, because those two don't even have nothing to do with the conversation, is Edge a top 10 WWE superstar? And I'm talking Edge. You could include Edge and Christian because that was WWE. You can include Edge now because that's WWE. You can include the rated R superstar.
I think he's 10. I think he might just be 10.
He could be. I think where it gets tricky is if you add the old niggas. Because you have to add the old niggas. And if I add the old niggas, I don't like Hulk Hogan, but Hulk Hogan was him.
Hulk Hogan, 99 for all I care. I don't give a fuck about that name.
I mean, I don't personally, but if I have to count the old niggas, because, okay, fuck it. I won't, like, I was talking to Grim about this, so shout out to Grim, but I won't include the old niggas. We'll just do, like, Attitude Era and on. I don't know if he's 10, because if you look at it,
he's definitely 10. Because
hold on. Like, if you look at it, you got The Rock, you got Stone Cold, you got Undertaker, and then You got Shawn Michaels. You got Triple H. That's 5 right there. Then
what era? What attitude era are we talking about? Are we talking about 9?
See, no. When I say I'm counting everything. That's what I'm saying.
Because Edge debuted in 97, 98.
But what I'm saying is you got those 5. Then you got John Cena. I think Batista's up there. Randy Orton's up there.
John Cena and Batista and Randy Orton, like ruthless aggression era.
You got CM Punk, and I'm not. You're talking eras. I'm talking the whole time. If we not count,
but you said attitude era, and you was mixing in those names, so I just figured that you were still in the attitude era. So
no, what I'm saying is like I'm just counting from on. So like because I'm thinking I don't think anyone outside of those 5 in the attitude era would kind of compare to Edge. I feel like Edge would have the advantage over them. I'm just taking the best from each era because if we count the top 10, and then where was I? I said Cena, I said Batista, I said Randy. Hell, you can even throw Ric Flair in there, to be honest. CM Punk. And if you want to take Flair out, that's 9 right there. Then if you want to count this era, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, like, I don't know. AJ Styles, AJ fucking Styles, Chris Jericho, like
I don't see AJ Styles as a
he had a pretty good WWE run.
He's still not WWE legend to me, bro. I just can't. The shit I seen him do. That was even before he got.
I'm saying, like, even if you want to say that, I still think he's better than Edge, because he's a way better wrestler than Edge. Like, let's not get crazy here. Let's not get fucking crazy on this platform. He's a way better wrestler than Edge. Yep. He puts on better matches than Edge.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, you do.
When you look at in the WWE,
yes,
on AJ's whole career.
I'm only going off of AJ and WWE.
No.
Like, what do you mean no? I don't even think Edge has had a 5-star match.
Edge was in probably arguably the 2 best TLC matches that the WWE has ever seen.
You notice what you said there, though, right?
He was part of that, but he was part of that, though. He's a wrestler. He was a wrestler. We're talking about Edge. We're talking about a single person.
Yeah, but you
but
know
he was part of the matches, though.
But that's what you said. You said a TLC match.
Nigga was still on there. He was still doing crazy shit. This nigga speared Jeff Hardy also.
But you said a TLC match. That's what I'm saying. I said wrestling. He's not a better wrestler than AJ. AJ,
was he not still in there? Was he not still in there?
No, because then that was other people too. That's what I'm saying. He's not a better wrestler.
The nigga not win titles.
AJ won titles.
This nigga. Do we have to go WrestleMania 23? Mick Foley, that hardcore match with Mick Foley.
Notice how you said a hardcore match. Name a wrestling match. That's what I'm saying.
God, bro. Nigga, either way, what I'm getting at though, nigga puts on 5-star matches. He puts on entertainment. Nigga puts on entertaining ass matches. Nigga had Hell in a Cell matches with The Undertaker, bro. Nigga had a whole feud with The Undertaker that last damn near 2.5 years.
I know, but I'm trying to look for, because I'm on Pro Wrestling Database right now, right? And maybe one of these streams, I'm gonna fucking, not streams, but podcast, I'm gonna show it. I'm trying to look for all the 5-star matches.
Hold on, because this nigga do have match of the year.
Are you talking about that Randy Orton bullshit? Don't tell me you talk about the Randy Orton bullshit, because that was just promoted.
No, I'm talking about Edge, bro. We've been talking about Edge. You want to talk about Edge, so we've been talking about Edge, bro.
What match was it?
I'm getting on my shit right now. Nigga, okay, okay. Nigga won most improved wrestler in 2001. That's kind of sick. Considering that nigga was pretty put over in 2000. Yeah, all the crazy ass matches they had with John Cena, bro.
I'm not saying they weren't good matches, but I'm saying they weren't good wrestling. Cause Edge is a spot demon. Like, he gonna do the cool spot. Edge gonna spear a nigga through a table. He gonna light something on fire. Like, he does cool shit. I'm not gonna sit here and disagree that he doesn't do cool shit. That's never been my argument. My whole argument has been the wrestling aspect. Cause I feel like AJ might be a better talker than Edge.
AJ really just AJ a Jeff Hardy with a Georgia accent, bro.
Nah, that's crazy. That's actually insane. I feel like that's disrespectful. Nah, cause don't do that. Cause AJ can wrestle a broomstick and that'll be a 5-star match. Like, that nigga can actually wrestle. Like,
that nigga was putting his body on the line, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, AJ is him. That's why I feel like I gotta hold AJ to a high standard, because he's been wrestling since 18 in WWE.
But the nigga's been throwing his not WWE, bro. Nigga has not been wrestling since 18 in WWE, because he didn't make it to the WWE until like 2016. Checking notes. So he was probably like, what, 30? He was already like 30 plus when he made it to the WWE.
And who look better now?
What?
And who looks better now?
Who's set up now? Better now? Edge?
Edge is getting a title shot this month.
Both these niggas is getting title shots, by the way, is basically what's going on. Because AJ got wrestle Rollins. And I don't know who Edge is wrestling.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I don't know if Edge is wrestling somebody. I was like, I don't know. So, give me your top 10. Give me your top 10 WWE superstars. Because you said Edge is 10. I would like to know the other 9.
Old niggas included?
Old niggas included.
Okay. Now I'm going Bret the Hitman Hart at first. Let's see.
Yeah, that's one I thought about too.
Don't do that. Shut the fuck up. Don't do that. This is mine.
I forgot about that one. That's what I was saying.
I'm going Bret first. Listen, I'm going Bret first. Here's what I'm going to do. Bret first. Second. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going Shawn Michaels at second. Second, third, I'm definitely going Kurt Angle. Kurt, like Olympic gold medalist Kurt. I don't know what he was doing like back in like 07, like doing all that shit. Nigga was backflipping off top of the cages, bro. I was like, oh yeah, something's up.
See, I just
okay. I'm going Kurt Angle third, bro.
All right.
Fourth. Fourth, I'm going Randy. 5, I'm going Cena. 6. No. Fuck that. Switch Cena with Undertaker. Taker, I'm going 5th. Cena going 6th. 7. Honestly, 7, I might have to. 7, I'm probably The Rock. I'll do The Rock. 8, Triple H. 9. 9 might be a little bit tricky. 9, I'm going to Eddie Guerrero, and then probably 10 would be Edge. If not 11. If not 11, then 10. I'm putting Rey Mysterio in 10, and then Edge would be 11. So,
no particular order. I'm gonna say fuck Hulk Hogan, so he's not gonna be on my list. I'd go Shawn Michaels.
no, fuck that. Number 10, Big D, Kevin Nash, number 10.
This nigga had a whole. This nigga is so
What
nasty.
the fuck was I thinking, bro?
This nigga
10,
is so nasty.
10 is definitely Kevin Nash, bro. 10 and then 11 is Edge.
This nigga was arguing for Edge this whole time just to put Kevin Nash over him. No, this nigga funny. This nigga is funny. Well, Edge ain't. Oh my god, that's goofy as hell. I mean, shit. I guess Edge ain't gonna make my list either. Cause I ain't gonna lie. It gets tricky because.
Don't put the Rock top 3. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
In no particular order for mine, because I'd have to think about it more. I'm putting Shawn Michaels on the list. I'm putting Razor Ramon on the list. Ain't gonna lie. I'm putting.
That's bait.
I like Razor Ramon's character.
I love Razor Ramon too, bro. But that's bait.
How? And I'm talking like, yeah, him and Shawn Michaels had some legendary ass matches. I feel like Razor did a lot. Like, if
That
we
nigga won the Intercontinental Championship, bro.
that's all he ever wanted, though.
That's it.
That's all he ever wanted. I think he was a better wrestler than Edge, and I think he was a better character than Edge. Edge's character could be a descendant of the Rated R. Of Razor Ramon, if we really want to talk about it, character wise. But I feel like I got Stone Cold, I got The Rock, I got Undertaker, I got Triple H, I got John Cena, Batista, Randy.
Randy might be through. I'm sad to say it, but go on.
Yeah, he definitely is getting older.
They talking about that nigga not coming back, but I'm going.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie to you. I might.
Dean up in, if you're not gonna lie to me, put Dean up in there.
Dean Ambrose?
Yeah.
He wouldn't be
now John Moxley now. We can't say him.
But he wouldn't be on mine. He would, like, Seth Rollins would be ahead of him.
Are you going? You might.
But hold on, because another thing I was thinking of too is like,
are you gonna put this in danger? Are you gonna put this one in danger? You know what one I'm talking about, though.
No, I don't.
It's a name that we can't say, that WWE can't say.
Oh, I mean,
you gonna put this podcast in danger?
He would be higher. He would be higher than Edge for me personally.
I can't be mad at that.
And then also, because I was thinking, like, this is where it gets tricky, because Edge might be even further back, because I like CM Punk. I would put CM Punk high. I would put Rey Mysterio high. I would put Chris Jericho high. I would put underrated one that I would put really high is Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam was the coolest nigga. What? RVD? What? Oh my god! Like I would put RVD very high. Like when I really think about it, and like as far as like my characters and like people who really like,
that nigga was just from the Jeff Hardy tree. But go on.
I think RVD's older than Jeff Hardy.
He is, but go on for yeah.
So how the fuck? But
a tree, you know that. Don't give a fuck tree.
So then let me ask you this.
He came from W too. So go on.
Let me ask you this. This was something that me and the homies, well, me and the homie Grim was talking about. And we was trying to say, actually, let me look it up so I get the full context of what I wanted to say. Shit, where is it? Oh, so who do you think had this? And you could say like the era or time. Great promo skills, cool character, and then good at wrestling. What do you feel like had the triple threat? Because I felt like the Rated R superstar, like if we were talking about characters in a moment in time, then I feel like Edge could be a top 10 superstar because the Rated R superstar was incredible. But then it's like if you look throughout his whole career, Edge and Christian, great matches, shitty characters. Not gonna lie.
They
not say shitty characters. They just was like whatever.
They really had terrible mic skills. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. So who do you feel like had all three? I definitely think like CM Punk in 2011 was up there. John Cena in 07. Shit, John Cena in 08, really. When that nigga came back for the Royal Rumble, that nigga was cold.
I think Randy really had it. I think Randy had it. Because the nigga had the Legend Killer thing about, he had the Legend Killer, second generation superstar. That nigga was talking this shit when he was Intercontinental Champion, remember?
Yeah. And definitely that punt era of Randy Orton, too.
Then they fucked around and let him have put the belt on the world championship. It was over for niggas after that. The youngest champion at 24, beating out Brock Lesnar. You couldn't tell Randy shit back then in 04.
That's true.
04.
Stone Cold's whole character of that era. Like, you can't go wrong with that.
Niggas still 16 shirts to this day.
Trying to think of Rey Mysterio 06 when he had that whole Eddie Guerrero stuff. That was a moment in time. That was cool. Shawn Michaels, I feel like he had some good character moments too. It's kind of hard because like a lot of people.
Which Shawn are we talking about? We talking about like 94, 95 Shawn, where like that nigga had the round circle glass. He had his shit on back then. He had on like the piece earrings. That nigga have his shit on, or are we talking about like DX Shawn?
I ain't gonna lie, I like the 23 Shawn. Like that, to me, my favorite era of Shawn is when he was fighting the Undertaker. Like those back-to-back years, and to me, I really enjoyed those matches. That
nigga came out with God.
Yeah, that was crazy. I ain't gonna lie, Vince McMahon he was a wild nigga for that.
Boy, what? This nigga. It was Vince McMahon versus Shawn Michaels. It was like Vince McMahon Shane versus Shawn Michaels and God. And when they just dimmed the lights and had this white ass fucking oh my fucking God. That might have been the craziest shit I've seen.
And I guess the last thing to kind of touch on, because yeah, that was wild. And speaking of wild, Dark Side of the Ring is coming back for season 4.
Isn't Vice going bankrupt? So that's what I was trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out, are they even going to have a season?
Yeah, nigga, they announced season 4. It comes out the 30th.
But I'm saying though, they just went bankrupt, so like.
But they wouldn't. That has nothing. That's just to protect your assets.
Fair enough, yeah.
So if, like, say TylerBrianHour had an LLC and we file for bankruptcy, that means they could take it out the company business, not us. So we don't get fucked. That's all bankruptcy means. It's like, hey, you could, like, we can't afford all the shit that we got, but you ain't gonna hurt the pockets of the individuals. So if the season's already shot and everybody's already paid, the editor's already paid, you can still put the shit out. And I think it's more so, I don't know if it's the channel. It could be more so the business, because Vice was like a whole news operation and stuff like that. So it could be like, the channels could be all right, but they might not be doing shit else as far as news and coverage goes.
Yeah.
Because they used to do like worldly shit too. Like they didn't just do like sports and documentaries and shit like that. They used to like really cover shit. But I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. This season looking kind of dry as hell. I mean, the one that Abdul the Butcher, okay, yeah, I need to figure out why the fuck he got all them scars and lines running through his shit. So Abdul the Butcher, that one might be solid. Marty Jannetty, that one might be solid. The Sandman, that one's really the only good one I'm waiting for.
The Sandman, what are you talking about?
The Sandman on the Dark Side of the Ring.
Sandman ain't getting one.
Nigga, I'm looking at the thing right now.
Yeah, he's not getting one. Unless there's another nigga named the Sandman.
I'm literally about to screenshot this to you right quick.
He might be on it, but I'm saying he's not getting an own individual episode because I already know the episodes. It's the Graham family. It's WCW at the Bash, Beach at the Bash, some shit at the Bash. Something with Hogan and fuck it, Vince Russo, whatever that WCW pay per view was. It's Magnum TA. It's Marty Jannetty, Junkyard Dog, Tammy.
Why the fuck is it not letting me see the fucking list? What the fuck is going on? That Bash at the Beach might be goated.
I just wish I knew the story like more. The only thing I know about that story is that, like, I guess Hogan and Vince Russo were beefing, and then somehow that ended up with like Hogan getting pinned or some shit, and then Booker T and Jeff Jarrett end up having to wrestle because of that shit, and then like Booker T, that's how he got his first belt or some shit.
That was like the first out of the five time.
Mm-hmm. So that's the interesting part where I'm like, I kind of do want to see what they have to say about that.
The Marty Jannetty one might be goated. Cause I want to know what went through this nigga head when Shawn Michaels put his shit through the glass.
But that's the thing, is like, I don't know how goated it's going to be because all his shit happened outside of the ring. So it was really like, he still has a story to tell, and like he battling demons and shit like that. Like, I'm not saying it's not gonna be interesting, but it's just like, nigga, like, your shit was outside of the ring. Like, nothing really bad happened to you in wrestling. It's just they wanted to go with you. Then I forgot what happened. Then they end up choosing Shawn, and then the rest is history. What else? Yeah. Some guy named Adonis. They're doing a story on him. They're doing a story on Bam Bam Bigelow. Who else from memory?
Bam Bam Bigelow. Doink the Clown.
Doink the Clown, yep. That was another one.
Them niggas ain't, I don't know. That Doink never moved the needle for me. Them niggas just, I don't like characters, you know. I don't like.
See, but you talking about the characters. Like, them niggas' stories though. Doink was fucking crazy. Bam's story ended crazy.
Junkyard Dog.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've been thinking about this. Like, right before they did.
This story is fucking crazy because the nigga was just wrestling like a week earlier, but go on. If you know, you know.
Chris
Candino.
Oh, what do you mean he was just wrestling a week earlier?
Because the nigga was wrestling a week earlier in TNA or something, and like he broke his leg while he was in the ring, and then like.
Oh yeah, he got blood clot. Yeah. But
I said, if you know, you know.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Tammy is a wild girl, but
funny, man.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, I was just looking at the Junkyard Dog, and I like to, usually when a Dark Side of the Ring comes out, I still like to learn information beforehand, so I kind of have an inkling of like where the story's gonna go, and not really necessarily for a spoiler, but more so of like, I kind of want to be the wrestling fan, how like other wrestling fans watch it. Like, I want to know the new information that they didn't know, so you can learn these stories and stuff like that. But I was looking at the Junkyard Dog. Why they call this nigga that, bro? He had the chains on his neck. I was like, yo, this is the most racist shit I've ever seen. I was like, yo, Vince really need to get a RICO charge on this nigga. This is crazy. And niggas was barking at this nigga. Niggas was still being racist to him. Oh, fun fact, he's the one that showed Dynamite Kid heroin, too. I wonder if they're gonna bring that up. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's really crazy as hell. Because Vince, oh man, Vince has a creator, has a story writer, has a promoter back then, bro. The early late 80s, early 90s might have been some of his nastiest work. Who are them one African niggas that had, they were a tag team, but they had like Congo masks, they had like the face masks and shit like that. One was named like Coco or something like that. Nigga came out with like a bird.
All I know is Coco Beware. Coco, yeah. Coco jump, some shit. Coco something racist. I'm like, bro, what the hell? It's wild. But I ain't gonna lie, I can't wait for the Dark Side of the Rings. I always enjoy them. I just like hearing about stories and information because I'm kind of a history buff. But
wrestling fans at heart too, so
yeah, I ain't got nothing else. You wanna just wrap it up or?
Yeah, bro, we just wrap it up. This has actually been a little chill episode. We was just bullshitting before this episode, just talking about trying to get things ready, trying to figure out what we were actually going to talk about. But it actually turned out being pretty insightful and pretty wholesome, I would say. I'm dying. And it's always good to chop it out with the brethren. So we appreciate you guys for joining us on this lovely Tuesday night. Rate this shit 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, anything you're listening your desires. And stay safe out there too, man. Summer's right around the corner. It's getting hot out. Niggas want to be out and doing all this crazy shit, man. Just make sure that you taking care of you, and just stick to yourself and watch out for your people. Check on your people too.
Yeah, summertime, niggas get shot and bitches get fucked, so y'all gotta be careful. Yeah, it's always good to do another TylerBrianHour. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this. Hopefully there's some tasty treats as far as an hour and 30 minutes, something to listen to while you were working. I know I do have an episode planned with a guest, so I'm looking forward to, not this week, but the next week at least. Try to get more guests and get more people. It's just kind of been hard with the schedule I have, so that's why we gotta give you another audio adventure instead of a regular video adventure where you see our pretty faces and all that. But until next time, we out.